Hi, good morning. My name is Rijo Francis, and I'll be talking about disruption. Disruption is one of the most, I would say, the in things in today's industry. Everybody talks about disruption. Everybody wants to come in and disrupt whichever segments that they are in. So, what is this disruption? Let me explain this with a small example. We are all so used to instant messaging. We are all so used to messaging on WhatsApp. I would say 80 to 90% of our communication today happens on WhatsApp messaging. Just think of the same situation 7 to 8 years back. We were using something known as short messaging services, SMS services, which were provided by telecom companies. These provided almost similar services. There were some restrictions, but it was fine. It worked and we were getting used to it. These grew from, let's say, 2004 and had become major revenue streams for all the telecom companies. As a next step, the telecom companies were looking at developing something known as the MMS, where you could transfer audio and video files also, like SMS. But because of non-understanding between the telecom companies, that never really picked up or never really got off. At that point of time, there were also companies like Facebook and Google, which were experimenting on instant messaging. They were following a principle where if you had a login created, like in Facebook, my login ID is rijofrancis at yahoo.com. That would be my ID for that messaging. Same was the case with Google. The problem with that concept was most of the people whom I knew never knew what was my ID in Facebook unless they were connected to me on Facebook, and would never be able to really message me using that concept. It was at this point of time that a new company called WhatsApp came in, and what they said was you could use your existing mobile number and use their services for instant messaging. And you can see where we have reached today. 98 to 99% of the messaging market is today with WhatsApp. The best example where a new player has come in and met a requirement of the customers which is not being met by the existing players and disrupted the instant messaging market totally. What usually happens in an industry scenario is as companies become more and more successful, they tend to focus their time, energy and money on more profitable segments. They tend to ignore some segments and they tend to ignore some customer needs. It is normally by addressing these customer needs and these segments that the disruptive players first come in. They fine-tune their product and service in these segments and over a period of time come up to the main segment. Once a majority of people start using these segments, you're using these products and services, that is when we say a disruption has happened. To put a simple definition to it, we say an industry has been disrupted when it is fully shaken up and the existing market leaders have tumbled under the onslaught of these new players. The example that I quoted is just one. There are several more about which I'll be covering in the series coming forward. Till then, thank you. Thank you very much.